turtles, tortoises, terrapins, and David Attenborough. Hello, I'm XRTT, and today I will be talking about best nature TV series. In my opinion, shows that are worth reaching for if you are looking for some turtle content. I already published a recording about shows with sea turtles and shows about Galapagos Island, so here I will be talking about all other turtles. In the first video about TV shows focused on sea turtles, I discussed the three types of program that documentary TV series about turtles can be divided into. I encourage you to watch it. I won't repeat all that in this video, but we say that today we're featuring series that contains some nice material about turtles in general, focusing on all other turtles besides the sea turtles and these from the Galapagos. The Living Planet is published in 1984 12-episode nature series showcasing diverse earth environments and the animal living in them. It was narrated by David Attenborough and turtles appears in 6 episodes. In episode 3, The Northern Forest, we have one scene showing a gopher tortoise and how his burrows are important for other animals during fires. Episode 5, Seas of Grass, has a very small turtle present. Literally, one short scene featuring many turtles accompanied by a capybara. In the next episode, episode 6, The Baking Deserts, we once again have only one scene with a turtle. Episode 8, Sweet Fresh Water, brings more variety, with brief cameos from the big-headed turtle, the snapping turtle, and the mata-mata turtle. Episode 9, The Margins of the Land, focus on the coast, featuring sea turtles coming ashore to lay their eggs. In addition to the typical turtles, we also have the leatherback turtle, less frequently shown in such programs. Episode 10, Worlds Apart, show us giant tortoises, but not from the Galapagos. At first glance, they look very similar. However, these are tortoises that inhabit the island of Aldabra, a geographically speaking, very distant place. Aldabra was also located far from sea lanes, so there were no turtle hunting there. Unlike the Galapagos, conveniently located for seamen and used by many ships during their voyages as fast food, or rather should I say, slow food. In this episode, we see how these turtles, despite being land animals, are excellent swimmers, which quite well explains how they originally settled this island and, more generally, how they spread throughout the Galapagos Islands. The first Eden is a 4-part series released in 1987. Turtles appear in 2 episodes. The first episode, The Making of the Garden, features a scene with sea turtles and a tortoise, while the 4th episode, Strangers in the Garden, features several other scenes featuring various species of turtles. David Attenborough provided narration. Life in Cold Blood is a 5-part series dedicated to 2 reptiles, released in 2008. Of these 5, 2 appears in 2 episodes. They have a significant part in the first, The Cold-Blooded Truth, but the real star is the 5th episode, Armored Giants, because it is entirely devoted to turtles. They are shown in virtually every possible form of turtles and their habitats. It's no exaggeration to say that if you are looking for some hour-long, turtle-heavy thing to watch, Armored Giant can be definitely your choice. David Attenborough is responsible for narration. He also appears in many scenes. Spirits of the Jaguar is a 4-part historical and nature series published in 1996. It is about Central America, its historical inhabitants, the Aztecs, Maya, and Taino people, and their connection with nature. Turtles appear in 3 episodes. The first episode, The Forging of a New World, features numerous scenes with sea turtles. The second episode, Forest of the Maya, features fewer scenes, the most unique of which shows a real turtle which a girl unsuccessfully tries to eat. We can also see some remains of a dead turtle. In the 3rd episode, Hunters of the Caribbean Sea, a sea turtle, a leatherback sea turtle to be specific, appears and we see her laying eggs. Alan Herrera provided narration. Killing for a Living was released in 1997 and consisted of 13 episodes. This series focuses on predators and their various hunting methods. Turtles appears in 5 episodes. In episode 2, Dressing for Dinner, we see a hunting snapping turtle. In episode 4, Ocean Peril, we have a short scene of sea turtles hatching on a beach. Episode 7, Rivers of Life, Rivers of Death, has a scene with one of my favorite turtle species, the pig-nosed one. Episode 10, Sharks, features sea turtles again, with a short scene of a female laying eggs and even a shorter scene of a sea turtle swimming in the water. The episodes described so far were more of appetizers. The main attraction is episode 12, Cold-Blooded Killers.
Come on then. Who will strike first and brand themselves a cold-blooded killer?
It features a wide variety of scenes featuring a full cross-section of turtles, Galapagos, the Gular land turtles, marine turtles, etc. The narration for this series was provided by John Schaffner. The series' symbolic nature is undoubtedly the longest nature series ever produced. It has been running since 1982, and it is currently in its 43rd season, with over 650 episodes over these years. Tortoise undoubtedly appears in many of these episodes, but today we are focusing on 4 episodes from the 25th season. It set in 2003, episode 8 to 11. They are part of the subseries The Reptiles. Episode 8, The Reptiles, Alligators and Crocodiles, and Episode 9, The Reptiles, Snakes, feature no turtles beyond the opening credits and a diagram showing the reptile evolutionary tree. Episode 10, The Reptiles, Tortoises and Tortoises, is, as the title suggests, entirely dedicated to these shared reptiles. So we have a lot of scenes featuring various scenes of turtles. Next to the episode of Life in Cardboard I mentioned earlier, this is also definitely one of the most turtle-themed things to watch. Episode 11, The Reptiles, Lizards, again like turtles. They are visible only in the aforementioned evolutionary diagram. Additionally, a turtle is visible on a poster in one scene. Narration was provided by Howard McGillin. David Attenborough Natural Curiosities is an interesting nature series set between 2013 and 2017. Narrated and presented by David Attenborough, of course. We've had 4 series with 5, 10, 6 and 6 episodes respectively. Turtles only appear in one episode, set in 2017, the 5th of season 4. The title is Incredible Shells, and this episode is entirely dedicated to turtles in all their varieties. It's again a very solid choice if you are looking for just one thing to watch. Africa's Hidden Kingdoms is a 6-episode series set in 2015 to 2016, featuring turtle elements in 2 episodes. Turtle scenes appear in episode 3, Sandworld, Land of Contrast, and episode 4, Namaqualand, The Desert Bloom. Narrated was provided by Mark Bailey. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye!